Right, I want to talk about Albania. First of all, Albania is not a Muslim country. I'll tell you why. Albania is helping the most anti-Muslim nation on this planet, which is America. Not Europe, America. They are stationed in Iraq and Afghanistan. The Albanian army is there participating in the American invasion. Yeah, so if you look at when Bush went to Albania, Bush's popularity was he was more loved in Albania than his own homeland, which is America. This shows how Albanians, they do not support Muslims. They are not Muslims in the heart. They just want to use Muslims to fight their little American jihad against Serbia. You know what I mean? Just like how, you know, the KLA are supported by Zionists, the same Zionists that hate Muslims, that support Israel's occupied territories, such as Tom Lantos and Wesley Clark. These people are training and funding the KLA. The KLA are not Muslims, they're not fighting for a so-called Islamic struggle. They're fighting for another American pro-CIA jihad, just like what we had in Afghanistan. You know, history is being rewritten. If you look at the Yugoslavia war, how the Americans in the West made it look like it was a war of religions, you know, Christians versus Muslims. It was not over religion, it was over regional problems, and the Americans used this to exploit, you know, to create divisions amongst the Yugoslavs by using religion as a way. But it's wrong, because first of all, Bosnia recruited a lot of little CIA jihadis, as I call them, to do the little jihad against Serbs, you know, innocent Serbs, you know. And it turned out to be Bosnia. Bosnia got its so-called independence, but the main question is, did the Islamic struggle bring Islamic values to Bosnia? It did not bring no Islamic values, because first of all, when Bosnia got its so-called independence, alcohol was legalized, nightclubs were legalized, pornography was legalized. So excuse me, how are you fighting for Islamic values and fooling other Muslims when you are creating and allowing such un-Islamic values to be present within Bosnia? You know, this is all lies. They lied to you. You know, when I speak to Serbs, I tell them the mosque does not hate the church, the Orthodox church, because if you look at the Yugoslavia war, Christians were killing Christians, the Orthodox Christians were killing the Catholic Christians, and the Orthodox Christians were killing Muslims, and it was Muslim vice versa. It was not our religion. We shouldn't label these people by religion, we should label them by their nationality. Anyway, I've been noticing a lot of Israelis are going on about how we support, you know, Serbs, but don't be fooled by the Serbs, okay? Don't be fooled by what Zionist, radical, Jewish Israelis say, because first of all, Israel gives aid to the Albanians. Google it, you know. Go find out yourself, you will see. During this NATO barbaric, imperialistic bombing of the Serb people, Israel used drones, you know what drones are, you know, to make sure that them innocent women and children were murdered. Yes, Israel gave him the means to kill these Serbs, and now all of a sudden you have Israelis talking about, oh, we're on Serbian side. It's too late. Okay, another thing is, Israel has close ties with Albania. Israel, the Yad Vashem Holocaust Memorial in Jerusalem, the Vad Vashem movement, whatever they call, have labeled Albania as one of the most righteous among the nations, stating that Albanians helped the Holocaust victims. But wasn't it the Albanians on the Nazi side, and it wasn't the Serbs who helped the Holocaust victims? Can you see how biased these Israelis are, towards Serbs? And I support Milosevic. I support Serbia as a Muslim. A lot of Muslims in Serbia. You can see Serbia has one of the biggest mosques in Europe, in Belgrade. There's a Muslim movement or Muslim organization within Serbia, and they actually stood out and said, we're going to protect Serbia from invaders, and that includes America and NATO. So how can one say Muslims are against Serbia? And Milosevic was not after Muslims. He did not hate Muslims. Okay, don't believe all this American and Western propaganda. Milosevic has never ever stated anything that is racist. He encouraged people, the Serbian people and the Yugoslavs, to experience other cultures, other people's races, to understand these people. And his parentage, his line of, his family, his grandfather, all fought against fascism. He was the most anti-fascist person you can ever meet. He was against racists. Okay, so how can one say that Milosevic was a bad man? They had no evidence he did them massacres. I'm a Muslim and I'm saying he never did them massacres. Alhamdulillah, he's a good man. I don't believe what these pro-jihadi Arabs say. They all work for CIA, and they all were there to destroy Serbia and to reduce Russian influence. This is a fact. Okay, and that's what I mean. So how can one say, So all I'm saying is to Serbians that this Muslim supports you. You deserve to have Kosovo. There are many Muslim countries that support you. For instance, Google it. Indonesia supports Serbia. Libya and all these other countries. Even in Tunisia, there is no visa requirements on Serbian nationals. Even Saddam Hussein, all these people supported you. So Serbians, nobody is against you from the Islamic countries. We support you. I'm from Waziristan. We are victims of NATO too. So I understand how you feel. But the one thing we don't support is Albania, because they are not representing Muslims. Thank you.